said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Western Michigan Broncos. And the Broncos will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Michigan's offense will go on the attack first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Snagged out of the air. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Grab near the marker. It's Marshall. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing it.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Western Michigan's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to pass. It's Lowry. Finds his tight end. Breaks into the open. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Hand off from the shotgun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Brooks. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Flying out to the left. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Michigan. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Caught on the outside, it's Brooks. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Oh, and what a move. What a juke, and he makes it past the marker.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the front.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
And most quarterbacks will tell you, if they start to drift and throw off their back foot, their balance isn't as good, and you're more inclined to miss like he did right there.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Using the quick game. He is not going to get there. Stopped short the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And the Broncos send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And he put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it on the left.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You held the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Lowry. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. They want to throw it. He's got it. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Buckley. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Lining up to convert third down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. To the tailback. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And I think a lot of people are going to look at that drive, and first of all, the drive was awful. They're all going to look at the drive and say it was awful, but how about the giving up on third down? I mean, you got third and long, you try to sneak a run in, and this drive, this possession, it was disastrous for the offense. And now you just hope you have enough space to get a punt off.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the returner is stopped. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Just a short pass to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video.
There he goes. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. They're working that left side. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Broncos are facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed, and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Right on the money. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Michigan. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Turning it on. Touchdown, Wolverines. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
What a nice job by the defense. Not only getting the football out, the awareness to scoop it up. I got space, get up the field, a little caravan to the end zone, making the big play. And this offense in game one, man, not only do you give up the turnover, you give up a touchdown, and you haven't scored that many points. They got to get it together.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking for a gap. It's Buckley. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Lowry. Got his man down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The sure hands, it's Brooks. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs.
42 Spider. 4-2.
To the air on first down. Got his man in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Broncos want to pick up the tempo. Wants to go up top. The sure hands, it's Brooks. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. No huddle here for the offense. Wants to throw again. Looking deep. Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
35, Western Michigan, 7.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man, it's Marshall. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Quickly out to the tight end. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch, it's Marsh. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
That's caught. It's Moore. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab outside. It's Moore. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got it on the move. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Moore. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Michigan.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Western Michigan, 7.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Ann Arbor.
He'll put toe together and get this second half started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions that you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Looking for a man. It's Lowry. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Touchdown, Wolverine! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
And the returner will be knocked down. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took it.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On the move, it's Buckley. Knocked off his feet.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Broncos will call on their punt team. He'll return it from the 50. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. So here comes the Michigan offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He might want another play. To the air, it's Underwood. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. It's Marshall. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job on it.
And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Grab near the marker. It's Marsh. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Jones to throw. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. The Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the 1st down, really easy.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He wants to change this route. They'll toss it to the left. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. 1st guy couldn't get him. 2nd guy finally did.
Well, I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now. With a nice lead here late in the 3rd quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. Finds a crease at the 20. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He'll do it himself. They'll rip off 8 on that play in 2nd and 2.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
And the Broncos come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll go to the sneak. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. Kick is in the air. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Unloads it left. With the catch, it's Hester. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. So first down will open up the final period. On the option. Now the toss. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Jones wants to throw it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Looking to throw on first down. Scrambling away. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Pulls it in. It's Moore. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Lets it fly deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Now on the option. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine! Great job by the back on the option.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to...
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game, so maybe they can...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Broncos will send out the punt unit. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. So now it's second and long.
Here we go.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback making checks. To the air. It's Underwood. Here's a heat. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it fit.
Converts on 4th down. Still going. Open space at the 25. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Western Michigan, 7.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on first down. He's got the tight end.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Quick completion to the right. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
On the screen.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Jones to throw. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
14.
Coming out with it, it's Stewart. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start.